You'd mentioned earlier about your time in California, fighting the fires down there. Can you tell us a little bit more about that experience?
Yeah, their way of doing things down there, just like what was mentioned, lawsuits.
Yeah.
Now, we were sent out to a fire. It wasn't very huge or anything like that, and we picked out a lake or a reservoir. Most of those lakes are reservoirs down there, and we were going to come and scoop. And the bird dog, who's a California guy, on the bird dog airplane here. Oh no! You can't go into that lake. No, I'm talking November here.
Mm-hmm.
That lake is designated as a fishing lake today. You can't go on there.
Okay.
There wasn't a boat in sight on the thing. So we had to go 20 miles down to, trying to remember the name of the lake, but it was quite a large lake. And we scooped water out of there, and it was way down the bottom of the canyon. So we had to suckle our way up over the top again and to the fire. And he was still amazed at the amount of time it took for us to get back to the fire. Because their airplanes, they have to go back to the airport, load up, possibly fuel up, and it takes them quite a while to come back onto the fire again. Mm-hmm. That's probably a good reason why some of their fires take off so bad. But anyway, they're amazed. But it's just stuff like that. You know, that's designated fishing day. You can't go on there. They don't realize we have huge windows. We can see everything.
Yeah.
You know, and they figure we're stupid and we don't see anything. And yeah, so it's just stuff like that. We couldn't dare cross over the border, Mexican border, in the air at all.
Yeah.
Don't even go near it, you know. And flying over houses. One time there was a guy dropped a load on a fire, and he flew over a house. The doors were closed and all that, but there was a big drop of retardant dropped on this person's patio, and they sued the government. They sued California. You know, it's stupid. But we were down there to demonstrate the aircraft to the state of California.
Yeah.
But after that, the Los Angeles County hired airplanes from Quebec every year.
Oh.
Two 415s, yeah.
Instead of buying their own?
Yeah, I think they're thinking of, I understand they're thinking of buying one of their own right now. But that's a pretty big touch, cash-wise.
Yeah.
You know. And there is a couple operating in the States, 415s. Totally different coloring on them. You know, they're white, and 415s around the world now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So compared to other water bombing aircraft around the world, where does the 415, I guess now, where does that place?
Number one, I think.
Well,
what is it? It's a purpose-designed airplane.
Well, yeah.
It's for that purpose. Some countries use it as patrol aircraft. Spain, I don't know if France is or not, but they're operated by the military. Italy is not operated by the military, I don't think. In that, the airplanes in Italy are operated by Alitalia.
Oh.
Is that right? No, not Alitalia. The Italian airline anyway. And one of our guys was going to go over there, and he flew a 215 over, and then the flight crews come under their rules, and he was over 65 and he couldn't fly. He was over 60 at the time. Yeah, he couldn't fly because that was their retirement age. Yeah, the Italian airline. It wasn't Alitalia, was it? Yeah,
well,
Alitalia.
That's
Yeah, right. I was thinking of El Al.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is this the only purpose-built water bomber around?
Russia has one, a jet.
Oh, okay.
They have a totally jet, and it's quite a large airplane. That I've seen films on it, and it's good. It looks like a nice airplane. Yeah, it's total jet engines which are mounted on the top to keep the spray out.
Okay.
Yeah, it seemed to do a good job, and other countries are hiring them.
Yeah.
You know, they're civilian. Yep. But the Canadair, I imagine, is a whole lot cheaper, but it's still expensive, and that
Oh,
jet
yeah.
would be out of this world. But down in the States, they're tanking up DC-10s, and they even have a 747 and a DC-9, and that smaller BAE 146, I think it's called. It's a little 4-engine jet aircraft. You've seen them here from time to time when Air Ontario was flying them.
And so they would operate those by
And
filling them
they'd be
at
tanked
the
up,
airport.
yeah. And the Q400, France has a couple of those tanked up, used as water bombers or as fire bombers.